Okay, let's try two exponential equations here. They're not equations, exponential problems. That's what they are. They're simplify this exponential question. 3.5. Well, 8 is really 2 cubed. And that's what you do. You break all these things into their prime numbers. So there's 2 to the third power, and you take 3, you multiply it by n, and don't forget the minus 3, and you get 2 to the 3n minus 9. 32 is 2 to the 5. And you multiply that by minus n, you get minus 5n. You multiply it by 1, and you get 5. 6 is 2 times 3. So you've got two things. You've got 2 to the 2n, and you've got 3 to the 2n. Well, there we got everything in terms of 2's and 3's, prime numbers. And 9 is 3 squared, so it's 3 to the 2n. Well, you look at the things with the same base, and you go, okay, let's just take a look at this. There's 3n and 2n. That makes 5n added together, and then minus 5n. Those n's are going to cancel, and all you're going to have is minus 9 plus 5, so it must be 2 to the minus 4. There's a 3 to the 2n up there, but hey, there's a 3 to the 2n on the bottom. They just cancel. Your answer is 2 to the minus 4, which is really 1 over 2 to the positive 4. That's how negative exponents work. And 2 to the 4th power is 16. The answer is 1 over 16. Now you've got an exponential simplification where you've got a negative there. Well, if you know what you're doing, you know that you're going to have to factor a common factor out of these two things. I find it a lot easier to look at if I write this as 2 to the x times 2 to the 5. You see, that's 2 to the x plus 5. And 2 to the x times 2 to the 2. Now I can see, look at 2 to the x is the common factor. 2 to the 5 is 32, and there's 3 times 2 squared, 3 times 4, that's 12. Well, 32 minus 12. You see, 2 to the x times 32 gives me that part. 2 to the x times minus 12 gives me this part. Now, 32 minus 12, that's just 20. And here on the bottom, we've got, 2 to the x times 2 to the x plus 3 is easier to write as 2 to the x times 2 to the 3. And then, look at that, 2 to the x on the bottom, 2 to the x on the top. This is 5 times 2 cubed, 5 times 8, that's 40. Well, you're going to have 20 over 40, that's just a half, because the 2 to the x's, anything divided by itself, just cancels. So that's why you've got a half.